Preparing virtual environments. So this is a short demo on how to use the Curiosity Enterprise Test Data Platform to prepare virtual database environments. You will use Windocs virtual databases as part of your test data strategy. Windocs is included as part of the Enterprise Test Data Platform. So virtual databases provide updatable copies of databases delivered in seconds, and each copy takes up a small fraction of the original size. Virtual databases can be easily reset to a snapshot in time, which lets you test and retest code changes in true isolation. The virtual databases are included as part of our data pipeline, and you can create a shopping cart of enhanced virtual databases. So here's a short slide outlining some of the key concepts. So the first thing you do is create a virtual database from a selected image, which could be a QA or a development database. You then create basically a shopping cart, an image library, which is prepared from masked and clean databases. These are time-stamped and version controlled. You choose the base virtual image that you want, and that will take a minute or two to set up. And then you can move on to using the Enterprise Test Data data activities to add in additional data, for example, specific scenario publishes. And you can also use modeling to create covered sets of variations of data to ensure you have a much richer set of up-to-date data. You can explode that data, you can age it, and you can enhance that data for use by your developers and testers. So now let's have a look at the demo. So the first thing to notice, if you look down the left-hand side, you'll see a little menu item, Data Virtualization, and this contains all the information about all of the Windocs images, containers, responses, etc. What you can do is click on these and you'll see what's there. You can also perform various actions on them. In this case, I'm going to remove those ones, so I can just delete those. Now, when it comes to using the Windocs integration, the key point is that inside pipelines, you will see activities which allow you to create containers, start containers, and stop containers. And you can incorporate those into any pipeline you like. So if we take a look at this activity, what we're actually doing is creating a container, and we're going to be supplementing the data with some customers, and we're going to be using a model to drive that publish. If we just have a quick look at the model, you'll come in and you can see we've got exhaustive coverage, so we're going to get every single combination of payment details, credit limits, and order statuses, and that's done using our preview test data, which will pull in the combinations. You'll see here create OT container, and that is the virtual container we're going to create. It's got a set of basic parameters, which you can overwrite, and then we have our publish like so. So to run it, we're just going to fire it off. Here we can choose the base image we're going to use, in this case OT version 9.3, how many customers for each variation of parameters in the model. Let's have 5 of them, and then we're going to have a spread of order items and orders as well. If we fire this off, you'll see it's prompted you for the name of the container. It's set up a default one, which you can override if you want. We'll just take the default here, and then the job will continue on. Here it's starting to create the container, which might take a moment or two. So that's finished. It's now assigning the target connection, which it's got back from the create container. It's run the preview, which has pulled out our combinations of parameters for the creation of the supplemental customers and orders, and that's finished by creating those and adding them into our virtual database. We can have a quick look at the job results. You'll see here it's come up with the connection name, so we can pull that in, go into SQL Server Management Studio, connect to a database. And this is connecting to a back-end database, which is entirely virtualized, sitting on the Windocs container. And we can go in and have a look at some customers. Here we're looking at the customers to be created, and you'll see one of the parameters to have high and low credit limits, and that's been passed in. And you'll have a similar spread of orders and items, which have been added into the initial set of data. This is fully transactional. You can update it. You can just treat it like any normal database. So that's how you incorporate database virtualization into the Curiosity ETD platform. Thank you very much.